Hello everyone, I'm here today to do a tag video, the Never Have I Ever tag from nerdydollgirl. I'm here with my doll zone Jean, who is of course still incomplete because I don't know 100% what I want to do with him now that he doesn't fit anything I bought for him. But he does have a shirt now, at least. He has a shirt now and this beanie I found because it's cold outside. And I don't know, it made sense to me because he might be cold. Anyway. Yes, this is the Never Have I Ever tag. And the first one is bought a doll I couldn't afford. I have, and I don't mean that in a way of like, oh my god, I might not be able to complete this layaway because like shit happens, but like I have actually bought a doll I couldn't afford and then I had to scrounge and sell, and it sucked. I'm not going to do that again. I'm just not going to do that again. There's just no excuses for me to do that because just the anxiety of it was just the worst. So yes, I do not recommend it unless you can handle the anxiety, which I don't know. Next one. Gotten inspired to buy a doll and copy someone else's style after seeing what they did with the same doll. I have not bought a doll merely to like copy a style I was inspired by, but I will say I have had a doll and been not sure what to do with said doll and like got inspired by someone else's doll of the same sculpt, and that would actually be my resin soulmate, who is right here, so I might as well grab her. She had a previous face up and I ended up hating it like severely, so I wiped her and I just didn't know what to do with her anymore, and I loved the sculpt so much I was getting frustrated. And then I saw this other resin soulmate. She had a darker face up and I loved it, and I was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful, let me try a darker face up. Now the other resin soulmate, her darker face up is more fantasy inspired, so this she does, excuse me. So her face up is different enough that I feel like, you know, it's definitely an inspiration face up versus like a copy. But yeah, I have been inspired by the same sculpt and tried it on my doll, and frankly it is working out. I love it, I love it, I love it, and I'll probably stick with it. I might add some piercings, but that's pretty much it. Oh my god, her leg. You know, sometimes like a doll one will just turn like way wrong. That's what just happened. Oh, I hate when it happens. Anyway, next. Put a doll in layaway. Of course, I did mention earlier, yes, I do use layaway. I pretty much use layaway for all my dolls as long as it's offered. I do prefer it because I'm not good at saving, but I do want to try to make a doll fund in the future because I'm finding the more I work on my anxiety problems, the more I'm like, I would rather just pay for a doll up front rather than worry where each payment's going to come from. But layaway is so helpful, and I know people like look down on it, but it's very helpful for like if to get in on an event and you are like, oh my god, I won't have the money till next month, but I have this first payment, you know, stuff like that. I've found it very helpful in getting the exact dolls I needed, even though, like, you know, it's not always been perfect. Next, cutting my doll's hair. I haven't done it a lot. I can only think of 4 wigs I've done it with. This one included, actually. This one used to have like tail thingies on the side, but they were really janky. They would like go different directions and there was nothing I could do to fix it. So I just cut them off one day. Not the best job, but I will say, look how cute it is under a beanie. Like, it's super cute under a beanie, but before there was just nothing I could do with it, so I'm glad I did it. And then, like, you know, there's a couple wigs that I've cut that I made myself. One went well, the other one did not. There was a crappy doll zone wig I hacked up, and that went bad but that wig was also bad. So you know what? No loss there. I'm not afraid to do it. I would do it again if it calls for it. But usually I prefer to just find the wig I need or try to make it. Next one is done a repaint. And unfortunately, I haven't watched enough of the tag videos to understand if this is like in regards to like Barbies and Monster Highs, or if it's in regards to like wiping a factory company start made in factories company face up and repainting it. So I will answer both ways. I have done a Monster High repaint. It's not the best job. I want to do more, but they're kind of nerve-wracking because I'm not really good at doing the eyes, but hopefully with enough practice I get better at it and more comfortable with it. I did enjoy doing the first one, even though it was a process. But yeah, I have enjoyed it. Now as for like wiping a company face up and repainting a doll, I have done that, and I have to do that because like company face ups usually are like these flawless airbrushed face ups, and my face ups don't look like that, and I want my dolls to look cohesive. So like if I had an airbrush, no problem, maybe, you know, I could, they would all mix in with that company face up, but otherwise they don't. So I have to get rid of them and repaint them, and I'm no longer afraid to do that, and I mostly buy my dolls blank unless I have no other choice. Next one, bought a doll just because it was on sale. I will say yes to this, but usually they were dolls I was going to buy anyway. The only one exception to that's why I was like said usually, is my mirror doll Mika. Like she was on sale and I had the funds to buy her outright, so I just went for it. But otherwise, like with my doll sheet boys, I was setting out to get them, mostly the Saint, but I was setting out to do that, and it turns out like they were on 40% sale, so I was able to get like 2 almost for the price of 1. And my doll son Mo, who I had put off getting, went on sale because they were discontinuing him, so I snacked him up because, well, I had no choice. So usually my mirror doll Mika though definitely like is the exception to that rule. I just pounced because she was on sale. I was like, oh my god. Next one. Wished I could trade my collection for someone else's. I have not. I still am envious of a lot of people's collections. Like, oh my god, there's some amazing dolls out there. They're beautiful, they're cohesive, oh my god, the photography that they can do. I just feel inept next to a lot of people in this hobby, but I love my collection. I love looking at them. They invoke emotions in me. I love that I put effort into them, even if they're not like, you know, actually well put together, and they're definitely not flawless. Even despite all that, I wouldn't want someone else's collection over mine. Not at this time. Who knows in the future, but I enjoy what I have, and I prefer what I have, and I hope it stays that way. I don't see why it wouldn't. Next one, hated a doll company purely on the look of their dolls. Nope. I don't hate any doll companies, actually. I have found a doll company's dolls like unpleasant to look at until like I saw owner pictures. Mirror doll would fall into that category, and also back in the day Island doll. But at the same time, like I haven't hated the company for it. I know people who do, and I totally get it because like you're just like, oh, I don't want to look at that sort of reaction to it, but I have not. And I hope not to, because I don't know, it feels harsh to me, but I understand it and have seen it, so I can't say it doesn't exist. Been to a doll convention. I have not. I would love to go to at least one, but I don't know how possible that will be, especially in the next couple years. So it just depends if they're still around and if I can get my shit together. Because who knows? Next one, restrung a doll. Yes, I have. I hate doing it. I get really, really nervous, and then I get like, there's nothing like getting to the end of stringing a doll and finding out you put one piece wrong. Oh my God, it's the worst. So I don't really like doing it, but I've done it enough that I feel comfortable doing it. The only one I haven't done it with is a minifee, and I want to try that at some point just to loosen, like, I don't know why they string them so tight, but I do want to try that someday. But yeah, I feel almost like a pro at it, but I hate doing it. Next one, I hate the fact I collect dolls. As an adult, no. But I will say in high school, especially, I hid the fact that I still collected Barbies, and I regret that to this day. So if you collect dolls, just be proud you collect dolls, and don't be afraid to, don't be afraid of it, you know? Because like, the reason why I regret it so much is that like I hid them away, and in hiding them away and trying to like deny that part of myself because, you know, I was too cool for that, they ended up getting ruined, like moldy and ruined, and it's all my fault, and I hate it. Oh my God. Like, I think back on it and kind of want to cry because it was so many Barbies just lost to the world. And yeah, so now I do not hide the fact that I collect dolls. I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm actually proud of it. I love them, and I love the inspiration they sparked in me, and I'm glad I got into this hobby. Next, talk to my dolls. Yes, mostly not good things. Like, when I was putting him in this shirt, I was just cursing him out because his arm had the nerve to move. So like, yeah, it's never something good, but I do. And sometimes like, oh, if I'm putting them back on a shelf and like they want to like move back or something like that, I'm like, oh my God, will you sit up? I do I do stuff like that all the time. So yes, I do. It's something I just can't help, you know, but I do that with a lot of objects. Next one, lied about liking a friend's doll. I have not. I actually like all my friends' dolls. I feel though that like when it comes to not knowing someone, I have lied. There has been a couple times where I caught myself in a lie, and I feel really bad about that, but not on my friends' dolls. Them I love. Wanting to sell all my dolls and start over. Yes. I have felt that in my soul, but I know better, and I just know, well, besides the regrets I would have, the dolls I have, after like, I have sold some dolls that were just not working. What I have left, I feel really strongly about. So I haven't had that feeling lately, but I have had it in the past. But now that I've gotten rid of some dolls, I don't feel it anymore. But I totally get it. I totally have felt that just like deep down in my soul. 15, obsessed about a doll. Yes. In fact, as of, I don't know, middle of last year, I'm not sure when, I decided to only buy dolls that I can't get out of my mind. Not to, because like, I don't know about this. I hate, what do they call those? Like spontaneous, but I can't think of it, what they call those. But I don't want to buy a doll just because, or because like it's pretty, or the new hotness or anything like that anymore. Like, I don't want to do that because, so most times when I get those dolls, those are most of the dolls I have sold, because I was just like, oh my God, they're gorgeous. I'm going to get them. And I would get them and I'm like, oh, what? I just got this because they're pretty or handsome, or because they were limited. Like, and it never seems to work out unless I can't get the doll out of my brain. So from now on, like, if I can't get a doll out of my brain and I just keep thinking about them and thinking about them, and every time, like, I have dreamt about dolls and like what I would do with them and see them in my head, and that's when I'm like, okay, we have to get that doll. So yes, I have obsessed about a doll, and my new rule is I have to obsess about this doll, or don't get the doll. You probably don't need it. And last one is, had a relationship end because of dolls? No. I haven't actually been in a relationship, but if I ever am, who knows, if I ever am and there is an issue with my dolls, I guess it would have to end. I'm willing to make compromises. I definitely am willing to make compromises if needed, but you know, if there's like a ultra that is not the word at all, is it? Ultimatum. Excuse me. If there's an ultimatum or anything like that, where like, you know, get rid of dolls or I'm leaving, blah blah blah, well, they have to go then, because like, I don't agree with that sort of thing. It's kind of like, what, I don't want to call it mental abuse, but it can be, you know. It can be. And I don't know, I can make a compromise of, oh, I can have my own doll room, like have my craft room and put my dolls in it if you don't want to like come downstairs and see them all the time. But you know, even then, like, it just depends on like how drastic we got to be about this. So yeah, I haven't had that happen, but I will tell you that in the future, like if they have like a real big problem with me collecting dolls, it will end. Like, I don't know what, it just will. I'm a terrible person, I guess, but I'm also not like really into taking people's hobbies away from them for your own happiness, if you get what I mean. So yes, that is it for the never have I ever tag. And you're supposed to tag other people, but honestly, I don't know who has and hasn't been tagged. So I have decided to be one of those people and tag people who have watched this, but not just anybody. I like tagging people who have not made any YouTube videos about their dolls, or really want to, but they're not sure what. So I tag those people, and I hope you do this tag. I like to have been thinking about it all day, and it actually took me forever to even get this recorded. Oh my God, so many takes. I'm so rusty. I'm hoping to go back to doing a video every Thursday so that I can get back in the groove of things and not have to spend like an hour and a half trying to get my thoughts out. So anyway, that is it for now. I'm sorry for like the in and out blurriness. It's because he's so white and the light's going away. I'm so sorry. But that is it for now, and I hope to at the very least see you next Thursday, if not sooner. So yeah, thank you.